Good morning. We're going to start something new. It's a Halloween fence speaker, and it's going to be a witch. So let's get started painting this cat. I'm going to use actually soft black. Only because I want to do a little bit of shading with black on this cat. I'm just going to go ahead and paint this bottom lightly. Because if I need to sand it, I can do that. Now he's going to have eyes that you glue on, just to make it a little bit easier. I'm getting paint everywhere. So hopefully that dries up. I'm slopping it on. Now, if you've been following my page or my YouTube channel or even my Etsy shop, you know I got that Frankenstein fence speaker done. And he turned out absolutely adorable. And a listing has been created and he's now available. He's also available as a fence speaker. And I did create a bench insert. It is absolutely gorgeous in Ohio today. The weather is beautiful. And this cat is just going to be, just a basic black cat. Nothing fancy. It will have some whiskers that you glue on and a nose. But this design is geared more to just looking cute. And it's going to be, honestly, a lot of these elements will probably be a pretty easy paint. It just depends on how much detailed work you want to put into it. And I always like to go over my stuff a couple times. I like really good coverage. sometimes this has a tendency to be a little blotchy. And while I'm at it, I'm going to paint some of these other elements that are black as well. I should have redid my sticky board. I did not. This little bat is going to have some eyes on it, so you'll have to do a little bit of painting. If you don't, oops, oh, went too far on that one. So I just might as well do his whole face. But if you don't want to paint the eyes, you can just paint it all black. So Hall of Fame week is wrapping up. And now starts Carnation week. And that goes on for a couple weeks. What's been going on? You know, doing the judging of things and crowning the queen. And normally our work always does a display. Gets entered in for a display. I didn't do it this year. Not sure why. Kind of surprised. They've been doing it every year since I've been there. Hey, Lori. You off today? I can't remember. Go figure. She must be at work. She's a hard worker. So let's go ahead and paint these orange so that can dry pretty good. And I'm kind of undecided about the whiskers. They are going to hang over the cat. And you can put them wherever you want. I did not put any score lines on there. But, you know, I have black cats. Some of them have white whiskers. Some of them have black. Some of them have a combination. So I want them to show up a little bit. But they will anyways because, you know, it is a part that you glue on. So I'm kind of undecided what I'm going to do there. I might just paint them regular black. Let's see, I didn't go down far enough right there. So, glad I did that. So, all right, that should be hopefully good enough. So let's get these pumpkins painted. I'm going to paint them spice pumpkin. And those black splotches are probably going to take a little bit to cover them up. Well, I'll be. There's a little piece missing. And I know it was here just a few minutes ago. I don't want to have a dirty day. Now, this pumpkin here that's going to go on one of the banners, you will be painting the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. They're just too tiny to cut. I mean, a laser can cut really small stuff, but it doesn't take that much time to paint them. So I'm just going to leave it that way. I don't do the whole tabbing thing. I just, if a small piece falls through at the bottom, I just dig it out. I think with tabbing, and I could be wrong, it throws your pieces off a little bit. Wow, the struggle is going to be real today. So next week starts preseason football. And what I don't understand is why the majority of the games is on the NFL Network. I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense to me. All right, that is good enough. There's still a few areas that could use some paint. I don't know if I'll do any type of highlighting. I wanted to do shading, and I just painted in the area that needs it. So while that's drying, I still have some paint. I'll paint these little pieces for the witch. I don't want to work on everything today, all the elements. For me, when I paint, and this is just me, I like to focus on, if there's multiple elements in a design, I like to focus on just one element and get it painted the way I want it. Does anyone else do that? Or do you just paint the whole kit and caboodle? If everything, one thing, if there's multiple elements that are black, you just paint multiple things. I don't even know why I'm doing that like that, because I'm gluing on top. I think I've always been that way with anything that I do. I like to focus on one thing. My husband's gonna start mowing here shortly. So hopefully it doesn't get too noisy. Okay, I think I'm gonna try something a little bit different. If I didn't say already, I'm going to do a lot of dry brushing of highlighting on this pumpkin. I mean, I will still do a little bit of floating, but I'm gonna try and apply more dry brushing. especially on the front piece. I kind of want my highlighting to be a little bit more subtle this time around on this back piece. Do more shading. I'm trying to eliminate like that kind of line you get in a sense when you highlight and shade. Now there, I pressed too hard. And I might go back and smooth up the edges, but yeah, that one I just got a little bit too dark, and so probably, and I'm not rubbing up the paint off my brush. So I'm putting the base coat back on. I'm kind of going over that, and what that's going to do is mellow out that oops moment. There's always fixes. Boy, I'm having a day today. I think I just want this up around the top, more brighter. Now when I use my cheater pencil, I don't know if you can really see in the camera, it's not lined up to where it really needs to be. And the reason why I do that, and I mean, this is a water soluble cheater, but just in case it wants to be fussy, you know, you're not going to see that line. So I'm going to start at that line, but I'll have more than enough shading. And, you know, if you're using something like a pencil or a pen to do something like that, I don't like to, you know, float holding this down because then you get it all over the sides. You know, that's just my opinion. So I don't go that route. Yeah, you can wipe it off, but why, you know, why create extra work for yourself? I mean, that's just me. I don't want to create extra work. I do sometimes, but I try to avoid it the best that I can. Now this, I'm not really going to have, I could slide this over and kind of go that way. I'll do it like that. But I always like to get the natural shape of something. When I do my floating, that's just me. I just think it looks nicer. I put way too much paint out. But see how that line just disappears, but then now you can see the shading. And so now that gives me my shape. And that line's gone. Now this one I kind of scratched some of the surface, so it wasn't good. But you won't see it. This one here I'll just kind of wing. Yep, I definitely scratched my surface. But I got it over far enough that you won't see it. And I might have to even go back with something, a wider brush, because that might not be wide enough. Needs to be a little bit wider. I hope my friend has nice weather. She went to Myrtle Beach. She wanted to go to the beach. She's worried about hurricanes. And there's a storm brewing where she's going. So, I hope it works out for her. Alright, that's good enough. Let that dry really, really good. And I think I'll just stick with that brush. And I'm going to get a little bit of black. And shade on this cat.